the new all-electric Ultium Platform 2025 Cadillac Escalade IQ with seating for 7 and 450 miles of range. This prototype was shown in the Sport 2 trim, one of 4 different trims that Cadillac says the Escalade IQ will be sold in when it comes to market in the fourth quarter of 2024 as a 2025 model. The first thing you think of is it's a big SUV, though not the largest Escalade out there. The IQ will come in one size at 224 inches long, and it has the definite look of a Cadillac. Built on General Motors' all-electric Ultium platform, which GM is already using for other large electrics, such as the GMC Hummer and the Chevrolet Silverado electric. What was shown had conventional door handles and side mirrors. It is expected that the production model will show up with electronic self-retracting door handles and digital mirrors, as those are already seen in many other vehicles, both large and small. Escalade's side appearance is much like other large SUVs, though the rear C-pillar is a combination of metal and glass. Speaking of glass, there is a large non-operable panoramic glass roof over the first and second passenger row. The rear hatch, in my mind, is generic looking for a large SUV, though it does have the classic Cadillac LED taillights and badging. Inside the hatch, with the third row up, you get around 24 cubic feet of storage space, expandable to 69 cubic feet with the third row down, similar to the short wheelbase internal combustion engine-powered Escalade. The nice thing that I've observed is that both the second and third row seat are all split, so you can carry long items and passengers at the same time. Want more storage or cargo space? Well, the Escalade has an e-trunk. No, not a frunk. GM calls the area up front under what we would think of as the hood an e-trunk. Not that frunks are all that new. VW and Porsche have had them forever. The Escalade IQ's e-trunk was shown carpeted, so don't expect to be tossing your dirty, mucky, wet items up there as you might in some other electric SUVs. The front of the Escalade has a classic look with an illuminated grille and brand logo, which seems to have become in fashion as of late with LED technology. The lights have a very clear pattern animation, which is another modern EV status symbol. Powertrain. The Escalade IQ will launch with dual electric motors and all-wheel drive, with 680 horsepower and 615 foot-pounds of torque. In Velocity Max mode, Cadillac's version of Sport mode, you will get 750 horsepower with 785 foot-pounds of torque. The Escalade will be built on GM's 800-volt EV architecture with 200 kilowatt lithium-ion battery. You will be able to use a 350 kilowatt-hour DC fast charger to achieve 100 miles for every 10 minutes of DC fast charging. The onboard 19.2 kilowatt charger will provide level 2 charging in 8 to 16 hours, depending on charger output. IQ will have 450 miles of range and do 0 to 60 in 5 seconds. Towing capacity is 8,000 pounds. Expect the overall vehicle weight to be similar to the Hummer EV, which is about 9,000 pounds. The power opening charge port door will be where you would expect it on an ICE vehicle, on the left rear of the vehicle. And while this prototype Escalade IQ was shown with a CCS port, I would expect we will see it come with a NACS port, as beginning in 2023, GM will build EVs compatible for direct access with the Tesla superchargers without an adapter. It is reported that GM will make adapters available to allow CCS charging. The Escalade will have 4-wheel steering for ease of maneuverability, 4-corner suspension with Magno dampers, GM's well-known MagnaRide, and with base ground clearance of 7 inches. It will be able to be raised by 1 inch or lowered by 2 inches, which will make it much easier to get in and out of. The display Escalade IQ was shown with massive 24-inch wheels and 275/50R 24 Michelin Primacy tires. Inside, expect vegan leather and top-of-the-line design in the interior of this 3-row SUV, which is what consumers are asking for in all size SUVs today. The front row has a 55-inch curved screen that is broken into two large rectangular video display screens that totally fill up the dash. Cadillac partnered with Qualcomm to develop the software for this, which goes with GM's relationship with both Google and the Android operating system. And if that's not enough, there is an 11-inch screen down below to manage some of the basic interior functions. I am going to hope that they are addressing eye strain, as anyone who has driven a vehicle late at night with all of these screens knows that you need to turn them off. Now also expect Super Cruise on this vehicle, and eventually Ultra Cruise. That is the next generation autonomous driving technology direct from General Motors. Second row passengers will get a chauffeured experience with 41 inches of legroom and be seated in two nicely appointed captain's chairs with two outboard 12.6-inch video screens, as well as a center touchscreen that was shown on the model displayed. The third row has a little over 30 inches of legroom, no doubt limited as the floor would be raised to accommodate the stacked battery packs. The Escalade IQ is not cheap. It will be starting at $130,000 and going up to $180,000. Do share what you think about this next step in Cadillac's 120-year history of making elegant luxury cars. How do you want your electric car? Do today's consumers want such large SUVs? Do they want SUVs that cost well in excess of $100,000, more than the cost of a modest American home just a few years ago? Thank you for watching this Queer4Cars First Look video, and please subscribe to our channel to see what we are driving next. I look forward to seeing you again soon when we produce our next drive video. Until then.